All right, you guys, welcome back to the channel. We are here for a breakdown, and not the kind you have when you're driving home from work and you're all alone. Anywho, we are here to talk about the monthly program coming out in 1 week, 7 days from now, I think, on the 8th. So that'll be good. Team Affinity 4 coming out as well. So for Player of the Month, you get 9 cards, 6 of them. In each program, or in each month so far, we have had 6 position players and 3 pitchers. 2 of the pitchers are starters, 1 of them is a reliever. So I'm going to break down the video in that sense. I will give you 6 position players, 2 starters, 1 relief pitcher. These will be our cards. These will be the best bets, I think, as the cards we're going to get. So let's hop on into it. We're going to start off with the bottom tier and work our way up. So number 1, I'm going to go with a wild card here. Somebody I don't really think they'll do, but somebody that I'd like to see a card for. And that's going to be Nicky Lopez. The guy's hit .317 this month with 1 home run, 11 RBIs. He's not going to be a power guy, but he's going to be a guy that gets on base. I know I've said him in a video in the past, but he just continues to have a great season. I think they reward him with a diamond at some point. I think it'd be like a 91. Nothing crazy, high contact, low power, kind of like the David Fletcher card that we got at the very beginning of Team Affinity 1. But to start off the program, it would be a pretty decent card. Number 2, Ty France. He hit .348 in the month with 6 home runs, 15 RBIs, and a 1.2 WAR. Pretty good swing. He had that gold 83 overall Topps Now card earlier in the year. I think he gets this one too. Be about a 92, 93 maybe. The next one up, it's debatable. I'm going to say Paul Goldschmidt. Now, this is only debatable if he has the Signature Series card or the awards card that comes out later on in the year. I think he would, but if he doesn't, this would be a good opportunity to get him in as well. I mean, he hit .350 this month. He had 5 home runs, 16 RBIs, a 1.3 WAR. He had a very good month. More contact than power at this point in his career. So I would prefer the younger version of him, but still a very good card. And I think a lot of people like Paul Goldschmidt. Next one up, this is the guy who originally in our mid-season or mid-month breakdown I said would be the Lightning card, Starling Marte. He didn't have a bad month by any stretch of the imagination, but he did not have a month that would get him up to Lightning, in my opinion. He hit .363, which is great. Had 2 home runs, 14 RBIs, and 19 stolen bases. Now this comes out to a 1.4 WAR. This would be a very fun card. I hope we do get I think he'd get like a 94, maybe 96, somewhere in that range for this month. I do like that card. I like his swing. I like Starling Marte. I'm a big fan of his. The next one up, Tyler Naquin. Guy did great this month. I do not think he gets the Lightning card. He hit .386, which is fantastic. Had 6 home runs. Pretty nice. Only had 13 RBIs though. So, you could blame that on the guys in front of him not getting on base. You could say he didn't come in clutch in other situations. It could go either way. But he had 1.4 WAR as well, tied with Starling Marte. I do think that both of them get a card. So the number 1 guy here is going to be CJ Cron. He ended up leading both leagues in batting average as well as RBIs. He lost in home runs to Salvador Perez by 1, but he ended up hitting .387 with 11 home runs, 37 RBIs, had a WAR of 1.7. Will he get the Lightning though? I don't know. We'll go into pitching here, and then we'll talk about that real quick. I've got 2 starters. A lot of players, I'll even say this for the position players, a lot of guys that had great months already have high diamonds in the game. With pitching, that is a bit more evident. So the number 2 guy that I'm going with here is a guy that actually had a no-hitter going last night. It's going to be Blake Snell. He's a big fan of SDS. They've worked together. Typically, he gets a high diamond card at some point in the year. I think this is where we get the high diamond Blake Snell. He was 3-1 this month with a 1.72 ERA. He had a 1.2 WAR, 13.25 Ks per 9. His walks per 9, though, was kind of low. This is what keeps him down. It was a 2.95 walks per 9. So not a lot of control, but everything else would be pretty damn nice. He's had a rough season, so to see him have a good month, pretty nice. Even as he did have some words against the Rays, but I'll still cheer for him. That is the number 2 starting pitcher. We're just going to go into the reliever next. because I think the Lightning comes down to the number one pitcher and the number one hitter, which I mean I guess it always would, but we'll get to it. Number one reliever here, Devin Williams. I mean, he's going to get a diamond at some point in the year. Why not do it now? 1-0, 3 saves, 0 ERA, 14.14 Ks per 9, a walks per 9 of 1.93, graded out to a .94. Pretty damn solid month. Andrew Kittredge with the Rays had a great month as well, had a 0. I think he gave up 1 run in the month, so he had like a 1.9 something ERA. I didn't write it down. He had like a 1.9 ERA. He didn't walk a single guy at all during the month, so he had a 0 walks per 9. So that would be nice. He'd have a lot of control, which would be lovely, but I don't think he gets it over Devin Williams. He did grade out to a .8 WAR though, so it'd be close. Now the number one pitcher, Robbie Ray. He went 1-0, not crazy. Had a 1.76 ERA, which is, it's good. His WAR though was a 1.8. Ks per 9 was an 11.41, and his walks per 9 was 1.76. Very solid month. He really did have a great month. I feel like he could have had a few more wins, would have helped his case for Lightning. So let's put CJ Cron against Robbie Ray. We got a guy who has a 1.8 WAR in Robbie Ray versus a guy who has a 1.6 WAR in CJ Cron. I think it goes to Cron. I want them to have a pitcher win the Lightning, but I don't think it's going to be Robbie Ray at this point. His ERA at 1.76 comes out to 10th best in the majors during this month. Decent, yeah. I mean, it's nice, but there was a lot of guys with lower ERA this month. There was a lot of guys that had a hell of a lot more wins than he did this month. And then you look at Jameson Taillon last month, who was 4-0 with like a 1.6 ERA. Didn't get a card at all. I don't think Robbie Ray gets the Lightning. I think it goes to CJ Cron. He's not going to have great defense. He's not going to have great speed, but he's going to have a good bat. He'll probably be much like the Kyle Schwarber card, which a lot of people like, but a lot of people dislike it as well. I think they give him an exaggerated defense, to say the least, but we'll get a 99 CJ Cron by the end of this. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit like and subscribe. I will appreciate it. If you disagree with anything that I said, let me know below. Who do you think gets the Lightning? Who do you think the henchmen are? Who do you want to be the Lightning? Who do you want to be the henchmen? Even if you don't think that they will, who would you like to see? Let me know below. Thank you guys for stopping by. Have a good one.